Mid-Michigan Now starts with breaking news.
The Advanced Manufacturing District, aiming to bring thousands of jobs to Genesee County, hits a major roadblock. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Woolfolk. Our breaking news is a story we first broke on MidMichiganNow.com. Sandisk, the company that planned to build a semiconductor manufacturing facility on the proposed megasite in Mundy Township, now reversing course and will pull out of that deal. The Advanced Manufacturing District, commonly referred to as a megasite, lies between Maple, Elms, Hill, and Linden Roads. It's been in the works for years, sparking support from some and concern from others. We have team coverage tonight, beginning with my colleague Stella Daskalakis. And Stella, this is the first time we've heard a company name associated with this project, and it comes when that company decides to walk away. What do we know about how this deal fell apart?
Mike, I had several conversations this afternoon. I've been informed leaders in our state had been speaking with Sandisk leaders for quite some time. Tyler Rossmessler, economic director with Flint and Genesee Economic Alliance, a key player in the discussions, tells me Sandisk said it was the ideal site for their plans, but global uncertainty led to the company's most recent decision. Preparations have been happening to get a portion of Mundy Township ready for an advanced manufacturing district. Sandisk, a semiconductor fabrication facility which manufactures products like memory chips, has been talking to state and development leaders about the site. But that same company, which put in an application to build its megasite in Genesee County, has ended those discussions.
Unfortunately, we heard from one of the companies looking at the site that they're not going to move forward on that site.
Tyler Rossmessler, executive director with the Flint and Genesee Economic Alliance, says global uncertainty and market conditions led Sandisk to pull out of the deal. According to lawmakers, it would have been the largest private investment in the history of Michigan.
This deal in particular had $63 billion of investment, 7,400 direct jobs, 2,000 contractor jobs, and 5,000 construction jobs.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer is weighing in on the news. She says because of massive economic uncertainty at the national level, the company decided not to move forward with plans. State Representative and Michigan House Speaker Matt Hall is saying otherwise. He says no one should be pointing the finger at national economic trends for this failure. He adds, among other things, the facts don't back that up. Even with Sandisk's decision, Michigan leaders say they will continue to market the site, execute grant dollars, and do what needs to be done to attract an advanced manufacturer to Genesee County.
What I've been so encouraged by is the resolve that our partners have. You know, we're all mourning this loss. You never like to lose, but we're all resolved to say, hey, we've been validated. This is the best site in America. It didn't work out for this company, but we're going to get a great user.
Rossmessler says no other companies have signed on the dotted line. He adds it's a complex project, and Sandisk has complex reasons for not moving forward. I also spoke with Senator John Cherry this afternoon. He says the deal with Sandisk, had it come to fruition, would have been the largest private investment in the history of Michigan.
Regardless of the decision today, once the national economic situation improves and there's economic certainty which allows for these companies to make major multi-billion-dollar investments, we have a site that's going to be at the top of the list.
Senator Cherry backs up what we heard from Tyler Rossmessler. Both say the site in Mundy Township is the best one in the country. The leaders involved in promoting the site all tell me the news hurts, but the resolve to make something happen is stronger than ever. Live in the studio, Stella Daskalakis, Mid-Michigan Now.
All right, Stella, thanks. Our team coverage continues with Mid-Michigan Now's Courtney Bennett. This megasite deal has been complex, and for some it's been a real thorn. Courtney, what are you hearing from the community tonight?
Mike, while state and business leaders see the site as a big positive, some in the community say it has potentially been a huge headache. Don Ludwig has been fighting this advanced manufacturing site, and he sees today as a win.
It's like Christmas morning. My phone has gone off nonstop with everybody congratulating each other.
When news broke that the advanced manufacturing site no longer has a company interested, Don Ludwig says it seemed like his work had been successful, but he knows it's not over.
I think they'll continue to try to find another buyer, but we'll be right there to fight right along against them.
Land has been cleared in this area. A church used to sit right behind Don's house. He says that's been torn down. Homes have been sold in the area. Don and his family have been offered money to sell.
$500,000, and the things with that is that is a generous offer for my home. But however, I'm still only 55 years old. My taxes are going to double. My home is paid for. I'll have new, higher insurance.
He says he wants to stay. From the very beginning, Don has said this project lacked transparency, which has been a big issue for him.
It is the taxpayer dollars. That's my money. That's your money. We should have a right to know where we're spending it.
Last year, the Michigan Strategic Fund approved nearly $260 million in grant money for the advanced manufacturing sites. That investment was to support developing the land, which leaders said in turn would bring jobs to the area.
I would be all for the jobs as long as it's safe for the environment. I get the jobs and all that stuff, but for the right company, we'll be for it, and transparency.
Don Ludwig is not entirely against a new development. He and others feel a mega manufacturing is not the right fit for their community. He would be open to other options, but insists on what he calls better transparency in the process. For now, live in the studio, Courtney Bennett, Mid-Michigan Now.
We have an update now on that bank robbery in Bay County we told you about on Monday. Police have now captured a suspect in this case. The robbery happened 12:30 in the afternoon, right around that time, at the Independent Bank location in the 700 block of Euclid Avenue. The Bay County Sheriff's Office says a masked man went in that bank with a pistol and demanded cash before running off with the money in a backpack. Again, police have a suspect, I should say, in custody. Two children are in the hospital tonight after a pickup truck crashed into their horse-drawn carriage this morning. The crash happened around 9:17 on Blanchard Road, that's in Isabella County. Michigan State Police say a Chevy pickup truck ran into the back of the carriage. Two people in that carriage, two children in fact, 9 and 11 years old, are from the Amish community. They were taken to a hospital listed in serious condition. Police are also reminding everyone that it is Rural Road Safety Awareness Week, and this crash serves as a reminder that you need to be vigilant on rural roads and watch for non-traditional vehicles. The Department of Education says it is opening an investigation into the University of Michigan tonight. Officials say the foreign funding investigation follows a review of the university's foreign reports that revealed inaccurate and incomplete disclosures. The Trump administration says the university mislabeled some donations that amount to millions in foreign funding. The Education Department says the investigation also ties into the case of two Chinese researchers who were charged in June with smuggling a biological pathogen that they plan to study at a U of M lab. At that time, the university released a statement condemning any actions that threaten national security and saying the school does not receive funding from the Chinese government in relation to those charged. Democratic state attorneys general are suing the Trump administration over billions in withheld education funds. Michigan included. The 24 states signing on to this lawsuit say nearly $7 billion in funding was unlawfully frozen. The lawsuit indicates those funds were supposed to be delivered to states by July 1st, but the Trump administration is withholding them for a review of programs, or a review of the program's consistency with the president's priorities. The freeze affects 6 programs here in Michigan, totaling roughly $170 million.